What's happening, you lot? Today we are maintaining our escape on our 5-foot tank. You might have just watched it. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. But today we are maintaining it. We've got, let's go through the problems, eh? We've got floating plants. No good. That's overgrowing really bad. Well, not really bad, it looks quite nice actually.
Quite nice actually.
But it's overshadowing our other plants. We've got a tiny bit of algae in there, just on these Juncus repens and the Liliopsis. Other than that, it's fairly clean. I'll probably get a dead snail shell out where my assassins have had a little scran. And we will be releasing another fish. So, we've got our handy little caddy. If you ain't got a caddy and you do fish and you've got lots of tanks, get a caddy. It sits in one spot most of the time. But it's cool. We're gonna start by getting shot of these floaty plants. Get yourself a net, because you're going to want it for all of these leaves. Watch out, boys. The angels have settled in quite well. We'll have a little look at the fish in a bit. And what we're going to do with that, right? I'll tell you what you do with this. Follow me. Take your glass off if you've got glass on it. Wait, what? See, these are looking really nice now they've grown. Look how red they are. And
let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom, as far as I'm concerned. You know, but I ain't spending any time on it.
That's a lie. I'm going to replant them. So let's do a little snip there. A skadoosh there. We'll pick these straight out so we don't lose them all. Snip this one about here, I reckon.
Shooting off of it.
They are roots shooting off of it.
I love that.
And that's just because these sort of stem plants, they end up taking more nutrients from the water column than they do anywhere else. So then they just start sending roots out that way. And obviously because of the flow on the tank, it's pushing all of these tall ones over. Right down here, I reckon. We need to give the other things a chance. These want to grow up. They do want to grow up. But if they grow up too much, the other ones don't have a chance of surviving. You've got an Altanamphera there that's just falling apart. He wants to show a bit more. We'll see. Let's see if we can separate all of this. So we need to stop these from overshadowing that. So that'll be this one here. I mean, that's no good to us, so put that there. And this one there. We can use that one. I mean, that looks hideous. It looks really nice when it's grown out like this, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks nice.
I think because of the way it grows, I think you need to plan accordingly. I've not used the Australis before, so it's a bit of a learning curve for me.
I think you should cut it back.
So it's all of these here. These are all from this right side here. So it's going to seem a bit mad, but I'm just going to go chop, 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 and chop, and then we can clean it up in a sec. Don't forget, any that you cut off you can just replant anyway, so don't cry about it. I mean, look how much we got. More than what we started with, I reckon. Well, a little tip or trick that you might have already known if you're not a pleb, is you see there, you've got a leaf and a leaf. Just cut that little stalky bit off above it. Wherever you cut it, normally it will try and repair that so it shoots two out instead as a little you. I want more of that rosé, more Altanamphera. Have I got any? No, I don't. This is my axolotl tank. Yes, she is. It was just for plants. So I've just moved her out of her first home. She just had a little quarantine, and I've moved her into this home, but this needs to get rescaped because obviously it's crap. So there's nothing in there we can use. We're just going to have to use what we got in here. I don't want to put more of that in. Or do I? Maybe I should just put it around the back where it's dark. Now, we're going to have to get our tweezers in. But the only problem I'm having is these are broken. They just want to twist either side. Right, so we'll just pippity pop it down here. Right there, I reckon. So the glare ruined the shot, but we just popped this one in here this bugger down there, we just chuck that in there. And then we're going to just come over to the other side and do sort of the same thing. Little ornate tetra that I just disturbed. Get it nice and deep. Love it. Right, for these one, my missus suggested cutting them down even shorter, which is not a bad shout. That's a short one already. And that one, bosh, bosh. So that one's ruined there, but we've still got that little soddy bit there. Right, cool, we'll do a little bunch there. I love my little bunches. If you watch my videos, you should know it's always a bunch there and a bunch there.
I got bunches.
Let that do that. Bring the rotala out. Cool, that's a really bushy one, isn't it? I wasn't going to do the algae yet, but we will continue to clean that up. I don't like how that looks still. Media bag. Media bag. Oh, media bag. Have we got any gravel? It's a bad day to be a plant. You want some bracks?
Gravel.
So I only get a little bit in there, and I'm just gonna throw it. Throw and flick, and pray. Yeah, so we just planted some short ones there. Cool. Now, a little bit more TLC to this middle section, because I'm still not happy. Maybe it was that. It was doing my head in. It's an ugly old branch, that, isn't it? But I reckon, because of the way those roots have grown, you get two out of that. This needs to be dragged over, first of all, straightened out. As it's an ugly bit removed, that needs to be pushed into that slot there. That's a bit better. There's a Echinodorus leaf there that wants to go. It's a right old bugger, I can see it there. Yuck. I mean, that's fixed a little bit. That's what we're after. Now we're going to go through and we're going to get the moss. We've got a little bit of algae on the glass, right? But quite frankly, I don't clean my glass because the snails will clean your glass. You know, your filter will clean your water. You know, we pulled this out because we used some of the water for another tank just so we can get a nice good start on it. But the only time I fill this tank up is when it evaporates down to like here. You know, there's little holes either side, so you get a little bit of evaporation. So when it evaporates, I just top that up. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be doing all these silly water changes all the time. Save yourself the trouble. Don't water change as often unless there's a problem. And then 9 times out of 10, just put some Aqua Essential in there. You'll be all right. Let's get this algae now. We'll get this one. This is the extent of the algae, really. Just these here. Oh, it wants to come out with it. Tell you what, we'll pull it out. We'll de-algify it up here. If it's too strong, it won't come off. You might be buggered, but we should be able to get this off. All you need to do to fix this right is you can either manually remove, obviously if you don't like the look of it, which I don't, it's ugly, and it might actually overshroud your plants, stopping them to grow. But what you can do is you can increase the amount of plants in your tank and absorb all of the excess nutrition or nutrients, and that should help reduce your algae. Now, I don't want to mess up his runners because he's just sent off some runners. So, plant the base plant, I'll tell you what, and I'll put his runners over to where I want it to grow. Something like that. And that's alright. That one on the left will leave. But we'll get this lot here. That's a really wiry one, that. So luckily the Juncus repens roots a lot better than Liliopsis does. So, oh, sorry mate, I didn't even see you there. There's a bit on my blood red over here. Little bugger, don't be doing that. Now, I've got algicide, but I won't use it. Because, I don't know. I don't like putting loads of chemicals in my tank. It just don't feel right to me. Sooner find a natural way around it. I mean, that's alright. That's probably alright for now. I don't want to take too much off. Get the Anubias. Oh. That's quite upsetting, that. I mean, this side's alright, isn't it? Just a little bit here. Yeah, there's a little bit on the Anubias leaf. I kind of like that one, though. It's kind of cute. So, I forgot to mention earlier, we are going to be putting a few more plants in it. Well, not a few more plants, just a bit more grass in it. because that's not enough, really, is it? Right, so we've got 14 little bunches. I'm just going to start popping them in, eh? Not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to throw them in. I want one there. I want one there. Get away. I want one there. Oh, get in there. There to take the nutrients away. Matter of fact, I'm going to double that up to borrow some nutrients from this area and hopefully slow down the algae. That is the weakest junkus I've ever seen. Look at that. Pathetic. Put one over here. Now this stuff tends to root a lot easier from what I can see. I think it'll grow like bushy first and then start creeping. I hope that's the case. Yeah, we'll chuck that there. Oh, that's a really nice one actually. Now we need to clean up those snail corpses at the front. I mean, he's really got to my snails. We still got snails. I mean, he might have hunted them to extinction. Oh no, we've got quite... Definitely got a few. I hope they're breeding. They better be. That's what he's had for dinner so far. What I'm going to do... This is our filterless snail breeding tank. And that will be a good source of keratin, calcium, whatever, for them to continue to make more shells. Right, what's next? Fill it up and release the fish? Alright, we'll fill it up off camera. You don't need a video for that, do you? If you do, you're weird, so right, in a bit. Although you've got all these bits floating around, it looks a bit murky, we have just been kicking stuff up in there, so that's going to happen. But I reckon by tomorrow morning, about that, that's going to be crystal clear, I reckon. So don't worry about all that. So what I'm going to do is pop him there. Just going to get our lights back to where we want them, roughly. Now you can definitely see a bit of algae forming. There's some browny stuff there, little patches here and here. I mean, maybe it was a mistake putting an assassin snail in there before the population built up. Maybe it wasn't, who knows. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for these over here. I've took most of them out. So I'm going to wait for their population to get back up. I'm still feeding them, keeping them going. And we just need to let this farm up for a bit, really, don't we? So we'll do that. And once we've got a few more in there, we'll launch those in the big tank. And they will clean my glass. I mean, I had some really hard stuff on there that I couldn't even get off of a sponge. Like a scoury sponge. It was on there for ages. And then I introduced some ram's horn snails in there. And then, miraculously, a few months later or something, wasn't it? It just disappeared. So, they're your best friend when it comes to algae. Don't get your arms in there. Don't get a blade on there and scratch the glass like myself and many others have. Let them do their thing. But anyway, let's stop dossing. Oh, look at that snail. Let's get our boy in. Now, if you can't already tell what it is, this is a butterfly fish. Yes, I checked at the shop. It's safe with eels because they were actually storing it with fire eels. The rainbow shark shouldn't be a problem because these are normally at the top. They're normally at the bottom. They won't bother the angels. The angels won't bother them. And obviously, the tetras ain't going to be a problem, are they? So, we've only got the one. I asked if you needed more than one, and they said no, they're all right on their own. So, let's get our boy in. I would really like some silly names in the comments because, I mean, look how silly he is. All right, come on, mate, let's get you out anyway. Look at that. He's lovely. And he's got like wings on him. Look at that red on his tail. Alright, well that's him in. God, he's gorgeous. That brings so much to the tank. Wow, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. So now we're just gonna go over all the fish we've got. Our angels, obviously they're doing their thing. They're growing up. He's got a weird fin, but yeah, I'll tell you what, it's kind of cute. Our tetras. I mean, as expected, we've lost a couple. One ornate tetra. I think we lost two of them. The red-eye tetras, they're at the back there. I think that's because they're smaller, but that was just from their first week going in. Oh, I need to clean this inside. All my corridoras are alright. Obviously, it's a corridora, you know, they're always alright. Obviously, here's our red eyes. I think they're scared of the eel. I think maybe the smaller ones might have got picked off by the eel. It was definitely a good shout going for more of the black phantoms, because I did get another 5 and just chucked those in. Our rainbow sharks, we've got the pregnant one. She just kind of sits there all day. She's kind of lazy. And it's really hard to find them, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, we've got our other albino rainbow shark. You see him in there. And then the black ones, I tell you what, they are impossible to find. I'm kind of regretting painting the tank black at the back, but oh, there's one. You might have seen him, might have missed him. There he is. There's one of them. The other one's either there or back behind there. We've got a silly catfish still going strong. All he does is swim in that tube all day. The catfish has got a, I think he's got a like scoliosis or something. That's why I bought him. He was a bit silly. Where's that other one? Yeah, I'm not going to find him. Mr. Eel is a magician. He's a foot long, but you never see him somehow. So, where's he at? In there? There?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's in there.
Hiding behind there.
He actually did. I'll tell you a funny story. Under here, I had a media bag and then an inch of substrate. He'd somehow found a way to get underneath the media bag, and he was like, oh, it was horrendous. It was horrendous. So that media bag, it weren't giving me that much of a benefit. So I got shot at that, filled it back in, got shot at them ones, filled it back in, left all of the other ones a little bit exposed there. It's not a problem. Our rotalas are coming in strong. Our bulbitis obviously just doing their thing, you know, as they do. Our plecos, that's it, our plecos. Don't know if you can see his tail flicking around there. He's doing something. Where's the other pleco as it goes? They might both be in there, because this goes like down to the floor, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that hole is like that big down there. It's like a cave. I don't know what else we've got in there now. I think that's it. So we've got eels, we've got the tetras, the angels, happy-go-lucky little things, look at them. We've got the plecos, all of the rainbows, snails. That's it, innit? Oh, the corridoras, yeah. This one, I mean these two, they always go together, them two, right? They're always together. And I've only got one of him and I feel really bad. So let me know if I should get another albino just to make him a friend, because we've got the 2 emerald ones. And then typically, I mean they're not right now, but typically the 2 leopards will chill together. But he's all on his lonesome, so sad little boy.
Check if that wood's still floating.
Oh, good shout. She's told me to check if the wood's still floating. And obviously there's only one way of doing that. It had a little bit of movement. I'll tell you what, I won't do it just yet. Another month or so. I mean, it's a big old bit. This bit is just never sunk. So that's not quite sunk. Oh, look at you. You're so majestic, like. But look, anyway, that's it. That's it. Look, let me give you back to my cameraman. Hey, here you go. That's it. Look, everyone's happy. Right? I'm happy. The plants are not where they were, because I've replanted them all about 10 times, 20 times, maybe 30 times. It's been a ball ache. But the same sort of vibe's still there. It still looks nice. The grass is taking well. I mean, you can see the sand separating into all its layers. It's cool, isn't it? Very nice. Anyway, look. maintained. You can see I don't do much. You don't need to do much. Just give yourself a break, yeah? Have a tea and look at your fish tanks instead of cleaning them every day. See you later. Good evening, friends.